Hello everybody. Yesterday I finished the part 0 of the homework 0. Uh, Today I am going to showcase the part first and second of the assignment. I have almost done the coding. I have submitted the requests on the assignment page and it passed all the tests. I just wanted to review it with the team. I executed them on my virtual box as well. Let me share my toolbox. If you see, my virtual box is having the part 1 and 2 as well. 2 I will copy as we work through the assignment. You see part 1 of it. The assignment is having 3 parts and we need to write 3 definitions for methods. The first one is a very simple one. It just needs to print out takes one parameter and prints hello with that parameter. The parameter is aptly named as name. So if I give hello and the name as my name Vamsi, it should print hello Vamsi. If you see the method, it's very straightforward. It just takes my name as the parameter and appends it to the hello string and prints it. The test case is so written. If the return value is not same as hello Vamsi, then it should give an error when we pass the parameter as Vamsi. The second one is a bit tricky one. It returns whether it is true or false for a string. When it returns true is if it starts with a consonant, and returns false if it is not starting with a consonant. So what is a consonant? If the word starts with any letter other than A, E, I, O, U, it is a consonant. First I did the implementation as I was matching a regular expression. So what I did was initially I gave a expression as if the string's first character is not A, E, I, O, U and digits as 1 to 9, it returns true, else it returns false. But when I uploaded the assignment, it gave a failure saying that it doesn't work for symbols. That is, for example, if we take a word as hash Vamsi or pound Vamsi, pound is a special character, and as it is not part of the string, it is returning true for the regular expression. So I had to change it to contain the consonant letters. So it doesn't have A, E, I, O, U. So any other character that belongs to this group, if my word starts with that, then it is a success. It should return true. I am ignoring the case as well. So this /I makes that ignore case. The third example is a binary multiple of 4. The expectation is if we send a string, it should parse the string and find out whether it is divisible by 4 or not. It should return a false if the string is a non-numeric or non-binary string. Yeah, again, first I started with a simple expression. When a binary number is having at least 3 digits and the last 2 digits are 0 0, then we can say that it is a multiple of 4, or it is divisible by 4. So I started with the regular expression that I am expecting 0 or 1 any number of times, and it should end with 0 0. And when I submitted it, it gave a failure for the number with a single 0. So the expectation is the single 0 should also be a multiple of 4. So I researched for a better regular expression, and I learned something new called question mark colon. This regular expression, uh, what it does is it doesn't remember the pattern. If we don't use this question mark colon, then we have a pattern where whatever is matched will be remembered as $0, $1, and we can use them in our functionality. So now what I did is I have a group. You see there is a parenthesis here. So I have defined a group. The group may contain zeros or ones, and it repeats. After the repetition of zeros and ones, it should end with a 0. So we're expecting at least a 1 or a 0 or 1 of this group. This question mark shows that, and it should end with a 0. So if it is a single 0, then this single 0 satisfies the requirement. If it is having at least the size greater than 1, then this 0 will ensure that there are at least 2 zeros, and the zeros or ones at least that this pattern can repeat a number of times. With this expression, the requirement of multiple of 4 is satisfied. I have written 4 test cases for it. 100 is a divisible by 4, and this big number is also divisible by 4 because it is having at least 2 zeros in the end. A non-binary string like my name should return false, and 0 should also return true. Now with these test cases, if I execute it, it should not return any exception. It should just come out. Yeah, if you see, it just came out. Now let us work on the third exercise. Third exercise is to write a small class that has one method with 2 attributes. The definition of class is given here. I have kept it as a comment. Let me split the comment into multiple lines. This is the expectation of the class. I'm saving it. Now I have written a small implementation. Let me copy the implementation. The indentation is not good. Now we have defined attribute accessor for ISBN in price. We have defined the constructor. We have two attributes, ISBN and price. Both the getters and setters will be available through the attribute accessor method on lines 9 and 10. We have the initialize as the constructor. Ruby specifies that we have constructors defined as initialize. Whatever are the parameters that are passed in the constructor, we are assigning to the instance variables at ISBN and at price. If the ISBN parameter is empty, or if the price is less than or equal to 0, we are raising an exception, argument error, as expected from the definition. If everything goes through, if clause works fine, then we are assigning it to the instance variables. Now we have defined a method, price as string. It does a sprintf call with the valid format, the dollar as initially, and then percentage 2.2 f. So f is for float point, and the format is as expected in the class definition. Now I have a comment to create the class. So I have created the class book with negative balance. So this should raise an error. Let's test that out. See, the argument error came. Now I will change the call to the constructor with a correct value. I have made it positive. Now the put as string should work and print the price of the book in the format we expect. If you see, the price is printed as per our requirement. So this completes my HW0 assignment. I'm a bit late in submission, though within the time. Hopefully for homework 1, I will be much better organized and submit it on time. Thank you. Let me end the presentation.